Hello friends, wanted to do a little yoga flow here. Oak Island back porch. Grab your yoga mat, spread it out, and find yourself in a comfortable standing position. We're going to go into mountain pose, spreading the toes, lengthening them and placing them down. Separate your ankle bones just a little bit so you feel like your heels are lined up with your middle toes. Soften your face. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls. Forward, up, back, and down. Now smooth it out. Forward, up, back, and down. Palms face out. So you feel like you have a lot of space around the collarbone area. Belly pulls in, firming the quads a bit. Notice if your tailbone feels like it's splaying backwards a little bit. So draw it down so you feel very tall from the crown of the head to your tailbone. We're going to work with that plane, moving that plane today from the head to the tailbone. Big inhale, big exhale. Lips together but teeth apart. One more. Don't forget a little smile. You can feel like your eyes are smiling a bit. Now leaving the right foot forward. Remember, I'm going to be mirroring you. Step back with your left. And you're in a low lunge. This is a crescent lunge. And you want to feel like you're on the ball of the back foot and your toes are all facing forward and your knees not past your ankle. Now you're in position. Bring your arms up, a nice big sun circle here at the top. You can interlace your fingers or you don't have to. Now, when you lean back, you want to feel like you're not reaching with your shoulders, just your arms are reaching. I'll just go through this more on the first try, the first go around. And you want to really feel like you have a lot of space, that your lower ribs are reaching away from your hips. So feel like that, like the lower ribs are reaching away. That helps you to keep your low back nice and long as you maybe take the option to lean back just a tad in the upper back. Now remember, you can always stay nice and straight here and still have that lower ribs reaching away from the hips feeling. Make sure you're soft in the face and you're sitting down in the pose. Feel like you're shooting out through the heel, the back heel, and your back quad is nice and firm. Now separate your hands. This is your inhalation. And then your exhalation, you're just going to let the hands float down as your body pitches forward. Now I'm going more onto the ball of the foot here. Palms are facing each other. Inhale, up, ribs pulling up and away from the hips. Exhale, forward. Now I'm pointing my heel more in the back. Inhale, be very mindful, coming more onto the ball of the foot. Exhale, you can even bend the elbows here, make it smooth. Belly's pulling in. Go with your breath. Inhale. Exhale more into a humble lunge. Inhale up into a higher crescent lunge. In a lunge, you're always on the ball of the back foot. Exhale, lips together, teeth apart. One more time. Move with your breath. Lift the chest. Exhale back. Now as you bring your arms up, we're going to hop the back foot up. Hop, 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 lift the knee. Arms up, lift the knee. Maybe straighten that leg out. That's an option. And let's move into Warrior 3. Take your foot back. You can always touch the toe. Back, 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 back. Palms face down. Flex the back foot. Nice long line, that same plane from the crown of the head to the tailbone, pulling the shoulders back so you have that nice space in the collarbone area. You can play around with this. You can always keep your toe down and keep that same plane. Keep that nice long plane from the head to the tailbone, regardless of where you are. Now we're going to come forward so you can always touch, touch, touch. Arms up in the air, lift to the leg, maybe straighten, and then slowly take it down, bend the elbows, take the hands back to the heart. Now we're going to do that on the opposite side. So for you, keep your left foot forward, spread your toes, find a good foundation. Step it back on the ball of the back foot, find your buoyancy, feel good, and then take your arms up, maybe interlace. You can always keep your elbows bent. Remember that space between the ribs and the hips. Inhale it back. Think, did I come up too far? Do I want to sink down a little more? Knee is not past your ankle. Exhale. Pull the belly in. Float the arms back. Feel strong. Pull the shoulders back. Inhale it up. Exhale it back. You decide if you want to bend your elbows or not. It's the same exercise. You're just adding a little fluidity to it. Really shooting through that back heel. If you start to lose your footing, maybe you widen your front foot. So there's an example for you right there. Shoot the back foot back. One side might feel different than the other. Last time, we're exhaling. And on the inhalation, moving mindfully, step, 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 lift the leg. Stand tall here. And then we're going to move into Warrior 3. Bend the elbows, maybe touch your toe down. Bring it back, palms face the ground, pull the shoulders back. Lips together, teeth apart, flex that back foot. Neck stays in line with the spine. Remember, your plane is the same. So if I tip myself this way, I'm still going to put my toe down, but I'm going to keep my tailbone and head in a nice long line. When we're ready to come out, we slowly try not to touch the ground. It's okay if you do. Bring it right up, feel tall, and then exhale, back down to heart center. Good job. First, we'll shake it out. We'll come up on our toes a couple times. Let's go up onto the balls of the feet and slowly come down and bring the hands to heart center. Once again, up. Really reach. I'm going to walk back a little bit so I stay in camera. Slowly come down. Not as fast as I just did. Inhale up. Breathe in. Exhale down. Try to keep it slow. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Now let's take this back to leaving the right foot forward for you, my left. We're going to bring the leg up again. So come up and then move into eagle pose. So we're going to cross the leg over. Now you might just touch the toes down. You might sit all the way down, almost like you're in chair pose. Pull the belly in here, and maybe you decide to wrap. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways so you can see what I'm doing more. Now you can just sit in eagle with your hands at heart center, or we'll go into the cross, crossing the arms. Remember, your bottom arm is your top leg. So since for you, your left leg is on top, we're going to cross the arms above the elbows, putting the left arm on the bottom for you. Make that V here and stay here, bending the elbows. You can always give yourself a hug or wrap the hands, touching the fingers to one of the palms. Remember, your arms are out and away. We talked about eagle before. Nice rounded shoulder position. Belly is pulled in. You're staring at something that doesn't move, your drishti. You can always move and nest your eagle by slowly taking the elbows toward the belly button or toward the knees. And if you start to fall out, just put your toe down. Inhale up, exhale, bring the elbows down. You can do this with your arms crossed. You can move just a little bit, get a little bit of movement in there. So I'm just showing you some modifications. And in the end, we'll come up. You can put your toe down, take the arms out, start to take the leg out, and then come back down. So just trying to move with purpose. Let's take that to the other side. Now for you, you're going to take your left foot, leave it on the ground, take the right one out, and then cross it over. And you're sitting back and down. Maybe you're going to do the total wrap, where you wrap it around. And you could stay right here. You could sit down a little more. Keep staring at your spot that's not going to move, your gazing point. If you want to take the cross, since your right leg is on top, we'll take the arms out. We'll cross the arms above the elbows so that your right arm is on the bottom. Bottom arm matches your top leg. Do the wrap or give yourself a hug, or just keep your arms, palms, backs of the hands facing each other, palms out. Out and away with your elbows. Staying here is already a challenge. It's up to you if you want to nest, coming down and back up, challenging yourself even a 1/4 inch. Pull the belly in, move with your breath. And when you're ready to come out, take the arms out, keep staring, stand up, take the legs straight, and float it down. Good job. We'll take a little bit of a rag doll, shake it out. Back up a little. You can walk around in this. You don't have to stay still. You can make it like you're making some figure 8 movements. Just feel very loose, whatever feels good. And then come back into center. And we'll come down to the mat just to cool down a little bit. Bring the heels in, but your toes facing out. And we'll come down into a yogi squat, or however you want to get down. We'll slowly keep the belly in, keep the chest lifted, stay nice and tall. Take the hands together. Start to come down. If something doesn't feel right, then you would just come down another way. Come down. You can always adjust yourself. I need to bring my feet out a little bit wider. Once you get down, you don't want to be down here all rounded. You want to walk your arms up your legs until you feel nice and tall. Legs are pushing into arms, arms are pressing into legs. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways, give you a different angle. Belly is in, lips together, teeth apart. It's nice to have your hands together, but your fingers spread. Now we'll go into a little twist here. Keeping the legs open as I move, placing your left hand, my right, down on the ground. Now I'm pushing against my legs, still opening up, and I'm gonna take the opposite hand up to the sky. And you can even let it fall back if that feels good. Letting your eyes follow. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. It's a little harder to breathe when we're twisting. Exhale, let your eyes follow. Slowly come down. Now place your right hand for you. Lean in, so you're leaning against your leg, and allow the left to open up. Keep breathing. Exhale, take the hand down. And now we'll come down onto our bottoms. And we'll move into a forward fold. Flex your feet, come into that Dandasana, that staff pose. You feel like an L shape. Flexing the feet, draw the shoulders back. So that same shoulder circle. Belly button is in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe lift your heels for a moment. Give yourself a little challenge. Spread your toes. Now let's bring the hands up to the ceiling, opening the chest. Bend the elbows. Lead with your chest for this forward fold. You can always bend your knees. Lead with your chest. Think nose to toes, not nose to knees. Maybe you hold onto your feet. This keeps the low back nice and flat. And then if I want to straighten my legs and it feels available to me, I can. Or I can bend them even more. And if your legs are very bent, it might feel good to just thread your arms under. And then just relax. And breathe. Concentrate on your breath. Wherever you are, make sure you're comfortable. Your body will tell you if you have struggle breathing, then you back out a bit. And then we'll allow ourselves to roll up. So totally round your back. Chin toward the chest and let yourself roll up slowly. Thanks for doing yoga with me. Little short warm up, little short flow. Have a good day. Namaste.